Okay, let's start this deep dive. Picture this image our source gives us, a dry riverbed. It calls it a scar, a pale, crooked line of baked earth.
Stark.
Yeah, and it captures the tension perfectly, doesn't it? Alara, remembering the river's actual song, versus Kale, who only knew the hum of the pumps.
The technological fix.
Exactly. And that's our mission today, really, to look at this story about the danger of those quick fixes, especially for, complex natural systems like deep aquifers. They react so slowly.
Right, and Kale, he was the hero of the quick fix, wasn't he? The source paints him as this brilliant architect. When the shallow wells gave out, his calculations, his tech, tapped the deep water, problem solved. Scarcity, gone.
Instant relief.
Instant relief. And that's a classic systems archetype, actually. We call it the balancing loop, or B2 for short. It fixes the immediate symptom.
A balancing loop. That sounds good, though, like it restored balance.
Well, yes and no. It balanced the immediate supply and demand. It stopped the panic. But the thing about a B2 loop is that it often ignores the underlying problem. It just papers over the cracks, you could say.
Okay.
And in this case, it fueled this huge boom. Suddenly, water was cheap and abundant, so the valley started growing these massive, thirsty crops.
Chasing the abundance?
Oh.
But it was temporary.
Completely temporary, and built on a hidden cost.
Which brings us back to Alara. She had that warning, didn't she? The deep water is a promise the earth makes to itself, not to us.
Such a powerful line.
It really is. It is a savings account, not a river.
Yeah.
That difference is everything.
It's crucial because aquifers, they aren't rivers. They don't refill overnight. They're, geological piggy banks filled over millennia.
Right. Slow accounts, as the source puts it.
Exactly. You start spending that principal drawing down faster than the recharge, the interest, and, bankruptcy is inevitable. It just takes time. And that delay, that's the killer.
That delay always seems to fool us, doesn't it? Why is that? It wasn't an immediate crash.
No, it was slow. Poisonous, almost. Because the first sign wasn't even about water, not directly. It was dust.
Dust.
Yeah, more dust storms. And then the ground itself started to, the source says sigh. It settled, roads cracked, foundations shifted, land subsidence.
Wow, okay.
And that subsidence, that was the signal. That's when the system tipped into this dangerous reinforcing loop, the R1 loop.
Okay, so B2 fixed the symptom, R1 makes the underlying problem worse. A spiral.
Precisely. R1 is the depletion spiral. It feeds on itself. And what did Kale do when the ground started cracking?
Let me guess. More pumps. Deeper wells.
You got it. Double down, drill deeper, spend more, pump faster. Accelerating the extraction. Pouring fuel on the fire.
Just amplifying the failure of the system he thought he'd beaten.
Exactly. And this is where the tragedy gets really complex. Because it wasn't just running out of water. The water itself became unusable.
Right, the two-pronged poisoning. That part was fascinating.
Yeah. First, pulling water out that fast, that aggressively,
Yeah.
it changes the pressure underground dramatically.
Like sucking a thick milkshake too hard.
That's a great analogy. You create a vacuum and it pulls up whatever's down there, even the stuff you don't want. In this case...
Ancient salt water.
Yep. Brackish water from ancient dead seabeds deep down. It got sucked into the aquifer they were drawing from. Contamination number one.
Okay, so that's one prong. What was the second?
The second was a direct result of the boom Kale created. All those years of intensive farming.
Oh, the massive thirsty crops.
Right. All the fertilizers, the salts they used on those crops. Over time, it leached down, deep into the ground.
So salt from below and chemicals from above.
Meeting in the middle, compounding the contamination. The deep water, their savior, was now completely tainted, useless.
And Kale finally understood. He hadn't solved a supply problem. He'd messed with a whole complex web of consequences.
His triumph became their cage. He beat the limit, only to find the limit had just changed shape and trapped them.
So pulling it all together, that wisdom from Alara, maybe Kale understood it too late. The land gives what you need, but it asks for listening in return.
We only shouted our demands. That's the quote. It's about relationship, not just extraction.
Yeah. The deep water kept its promise, in a way. It gave them that last bright bloom.
Before turning to dust. A promise of dust.
So the final thought, the one for you to take away from this, what hidden savings accounts are we drawing down right now? What complex systems are we treating like spill supply problems? Just because the R1 loop, the nasty consequences haven't fully kicked in yet. Something to think about.